right, my friends. This week for social emotional learning, I want to talk about making responsible decisions. Now, we've heard the word responsible a lot before from our SOAR expectations at school. So we know what that looks like in our classroom, but we should also be responsible everywhere else we go too. So what does that really look like? What does it mean to be responsible? For starters, you need to make good choices. Now, as we grow, we learn the importance of making good choices and leaving things better than they were before. That's true for the technology we use and just the little choices we make in our daily lives. If we make poor choices, we'll just have to fix our mistakes later anyways. It could be something as small as leaving a mess in Mrs. A's library. Well, guess what? Later, you'll just be called right back to fix it. So you may as well make the responsible choice to start and leave the library nice and neat. Being responsible also means being dependable. That's just a fancy way of saying you make good choices a lot. If you're only making good choices every once in a while, or only sometimes, you're still not quite responsible, not quite there. And the more responsible choices you make, the more other people are going to trust you, and the more freedom you'll have. Have you ever wondered why the adults in your life have the freedom to do cool things like drive a car or have a credit card, and you still can't? It's because they have earned that freedom over time by proving they're responsible and they make good choices. And last but not least, a responsible person will accept the consequences of their choices. Now, this is probably the hardest part of being a responsible person. No matter how hard you try to make good choices, there will still be times when you make a mistake. And that's okay. We all mess up sometimes. And there might be consequences for our mistakes still. If we just make our choices better, we can still show how responsible we are to others. So now that we know why being responsible is so important, how can we tell what is the responsible thing to do when we are faced with a choice? So whatever choice we make should be useful, meaning it should help us and others when possible. For example, if my mom is asking me to help her with the dishes, or I have the choice of playing video games and ignoring her, what do you think I should do? Probably help mom with the dishes, right? Whatever choice I make should also be respectful to myself and others. For example, if I get cut in line somewhere, am I going to push that person and start a fight? Or am I going to use my words to explain to them why I'm upset? I should probably use my words. That would be the responsible thing to do. So now that we have learned how to make a responsible choice, let's practice it by playing a game of Would You Rather. Here's our first choice. You have accidentally broken something. Would you rather tell your dad the truth or lie and tell him it was your brother or sister? A responsible person will tell the truth. Both your siblings and your parents will know that they can trust you in the future if you make the choice to tell the truth, if you're responsible in that way. Let's do another. Let's say your friend comes over for a play date and brings a toy that you really want. They accidentally leave it behind. Would you rather keep it and lie about it? Or tell your friend that they left it and give it back to them? A responsible person would return it. Even though you want it for yourself, the friendship that you have should be more important. So you should show them that you are respectful, and they will learn to trust you more in the future. Let's do one more. Let's say you have been using the tablet for hours. Now your sibling would like a try. Would you rather let him or her have a turn, or ignore them and just keep playing? A responsible person would let them have a turn. Remember, we want to be respectful to ourselves and others. And then in the future, our sibling would probably let us have a turn. Awesome, my friends. Now that we have learned what it takes to be responsible, I want you to tell me one responsible choice you have made in your life. How was it useful? How was it respectful?